This is a Super Game Boy.
And it goes like this. Plug Game Boy games into the Super Game Boy.
Plug Super Game Boy into the Super NES.
Check this out. Game Boy games in color on TV. It's amazing. And games like New Donkey Kong.
All right, welcome to the Switch 2 podcast. Talk about all things Switch and Switch 2. I'm Keith.
And I'm Brian. What's going on?
Interesting week. Old Nintendo releasing their GameCube controller. I was looking online, but there was no time given. Okay, so then I went right to the Nintendo website, clicked on add to cart. I saw like just a loading bar. I'm like, I'm not going to refresh or anything. I'll just let it go.
That's it.
And then after 10 minutes, it let me enter my info
10 minutes.
Just for a GameCube controller.
You were able to get one.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's huge. What's that secondary market looking like?
Oh, yeah. We checked out eBay, like, not even the day after, the same day.
Ridiculous how much these prices are going. And they're selling. That's the key. 160, 155, 169.
There you go. It was
all
like
sold.
$65. So they're just...
If you're just buying it just to resell, to make like a $60 profit.
It's so much effort, and eBay takes money away too.
So yeah, people bought it, people are reselling it, and people are buying it.
Let's get into the news. There's a lot of things to talk about.
Well, I want to first bring up a topic that we talked about last week, and it's about this game called the 100 Line, The Last Defense Academy. So, if you remember last week, let's take you back there for a second.
Well, actually, I'm going to make a prediction right now. So this game here, 100 Line Last Defense Academy, it just came out on the Switch. It's a Switch exclusive. It's not on any other console. It's a physical game. So I have a feeling this is going to be worth money.
Now, you said this game will be going up in price, and here we are a week later. How much did this game increase since we talked last week?
So it was released for $60, and now 120 people are asking for it.
In 1 week, you called it. You heard it here first, and we have the audio to prove it. Now, another question. Did you order this?
Yeah, about 2 days ago, I ordered off GameStop. They were the only ones that had it in stock. Amazon, Target, everything else was sold out. So I ordered it from GameStop, the physical copy, so I should be getting it soon.
And how much did you pay?
60.
All right, another
people
60 piece.
People are buying on eBay for over 100. So.
Holy mackerel. Another congratulations, Keith.
Yeah.
Nintendo News released an image of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and it looks like they have a redesign.
Diddy Kong, the differences are...
It's subtle. Like they added teeth.
There's like a space between his eyes.
Yep.
It was connected before, and he has patches on his hat.
You never had the patches?
He didn't. He had the Nintendo logo,
Okay.
but it looks like it might be gone now.
I mean, I think the coloring is a little different, but not too much. But I'm actually happy that he is back in the Donkey Kong universe here. Now,
do you think he'll be in the new Donkey Kong game?
He has to be. If they're going to show him.
Right.
Like, they really didn't show much of that game. Like, you don't know, like, who else. They showed Cranky Kong. But, like, as far as Diddy and the rest of them.
I'm glad he's back.
Me too.
I thought maybe Nintendo were going to get rid of him because of some other news.
Well, if they keep him Luigi, I think they're going to keep Diddy, so.
Good point. But do you think we'll see Dixie Kong?
I mean, at this point, I'm sure you're going to get the whole Kong family.
Yeah.
Give me Funky Kong.
Candy Kong?
I forgot about Candy. Nintendo announced the sequel to the smash hit Super Mario Brothers.
What did you think about that movie?
Oh, I saw that in the theater opening weekend, and it made me cry. It was the movie I always wanted with Mario. Even though the old 90s one is fun, whatever. You know, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
But that movie, to me, was perfection. So the title of the movie I thought you would find interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario World.
Which makes sense, because at the end of the first one, they had Yoshi. So now they're going to go into Super Mario World, which introduced Yoshi, right?
Which is, smart.
And well, I was going to say in the Koopalings. But
Koopalings were in the third
game,
but they were also Super Mario World.
Did they say when it's coming out?
I think it's 2026 or 2027.
Right. And a few weeks ago, they announced the Zelda movie.
Live action. I wanted animated.
It would have been good animated.
It should have been.
If you wanted a live action, just watch Legend with Tom Cruise. Some video game movies these days are a hit. Sometimes they bomb bad, like Borderlands.
Oh man, I didn't see that.
So a few rumors going around of some games coming out to Switch 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. It was a pretty big game a few years ago. I never played it.
Actually, I own it for PS4.
Did you play it?
I did not. My wife played it on PS4. She's a big PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
She loved it. I don't know if that's a game that I would buy on the Switch too. Though it'd be cool playing it handheld.
It depends. I think since the Switch 2 is going to get a lot of bigger third-party releases, that I might actually start playing some of these games finally.
So you don't own Red Dead?
Never played Red Dead Redemption. Like I never played Elden Ring, but once that comes out to Switch 2, I'm going to play it.
Same.
Like Cyberpunk, it's a shame it's coming out launch day because there's so many other games I'm going to play instead. Like if that came out like 2 months after, I would play it. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 was a rumor. Another rumored game. Okay, so Rockstar said, they pretty much said GTA 6, the new one, is not coming out to Switch 2. But rumors that GTA 4 will come out to Switch 2. So you're not going to get Grand Theft Auto 6. You're going to get 4, which, hey, 4 was a good game. I remember playing it online with people, and that was fun. So if they remaster that game with the online play, I'll get it. And then another rumor. So the company, Arc System Works, they made Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball Fighters. There's a leak of some sort from Arc System Works, and people found that they were working on a Switch 2 exclusive game. There's no info about what this game is, but it's a fighting game that's exclusive to Switch 2, which is, like, why would it be exclusive to Switch?
You think it's going to be a Smash Brothers type? Or it's like a new version?
It could
Nintendo Fighters?
It could be a new fighting game with Nintendo characters. It could be a new Smash Brothers.
I kind of want... Like, I want Smash Brothers to come back, but you can't top Ultimate. So, maybe bringing it in a different direction? I don't know. If it's a Nintendo exclusive, I think it's going to be Nintendo characters.
Right, that's what I was thinking. But also, the 3DS had these games. Project Cross Zone. That's when they had Sega, Nintendo, and Capcom characters. So people thought, oh, they're working on a new Project Cross Zone, which would be pretty cool.
And I was thinking about the Smash Brothers. Like, all right, you can't top Ultimate. So what characters would you use? You know how many assist trophies? You could use all of them as new, fresh characters. And give them a moveset.
Right. If they did a new Smash Brothers, you think they would cut characters? I feel like some of the third-party characters would be an issue to get again.
Right.
Like Sora, I feel like that's
one and done.
Right.
Maybe Cloud's... Actually, I don't know. I think Cloud might...
He's been in some of the other ones, so...
Yeah, he might be around. And, Final Fantasy VII is coming to the Switch too.
Yeah. Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know. Maybe. Because he's, Microsoft-owned.
Maybe they get rid of Snake.
Which would be a shame, since Snake's been there since the Wii. But I think you would have to cut some of the Fire Emblem characters for sure.
Like, what character would you like to see?
One character I think has a chance, Waluigi.
Yeah, that was my number one.
Right. One character I think has no chance, but I would like to see is either Goemon or Travis Touchdown.
Oh, Travis Touchdown.
I think he's a Mii costume in Smash Brothers. Yeah. And Goemon. So it's possible.
I'd like to see Bomberman.
Yeah.
As an actual character, he's an assist trophy. Right. Shovel Knight.
They're both
both assists.
Yeah.
And then if I had to pick another one, it would be Mr. Sandman.
Or Bald Bull.
Yeah, like Bull Charge coming across the stage.
Some of the characters definitely need a second choice.
Get Scrooge McDuck back in there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Come on, Disney.
Forget it. Alright, so the Switch 2, someone revealed the specs. The internal hardware. And basically, it's almost as strong as the Series S, but it's not as strong. And people are upset about it. But the thing is, the Series S might have a better CPU or whatever, but the Switch 2 has other things that utilizes certain components to make it, I think, even better. Because if you compare the footage they have of Street Fighter 6 on the Series S and on the Switch 2, the Switch 2 version looks better. Whatever hardware they have inside the Switch 2 upscales these games to make them look just as good as these modern consoles.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
I never cared about graphics. I don't know why people...
They're obsessed with it.
It doesn't make sense. Nintendo, they focus more on art, I think. You know, making their games look creative and unique. Realistic graphics, I don't know what that does for people. It doesn't...
It has to be like running at its all-time best. Like, if that's the case, don't be a console gamer. Be a PC gamer.
But even with their weaker hardware, they're still making games that shouldn't look as good as other consoles. Look just as good.
Look at Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
That game, came out, what, 2017?
They had recent gameplay footage of Cyberpunk, and it looks just as good as the PlayStation 4 version. People don't seem to understand that this is a handheld console.
This is like a 3DS.
It's not going to have PlayStation 5 graphics. It's going to have PlayStation 4 graphics, and what's wrong with that, really?
Like, how much further can a gaming console go? I like playing consoles. I use the PC for work, not for gaming.
Right. Like, okay, yeah, Steam has some good stuff, but then Steam is all digital, and people are so upset about Nintendo with all these digital games. It's like, how do you defend Steam being completely digital? It's just weird right now. People just want to hate Nintendo right now for some reason. We just got the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 on Switch.
Yep.
Did you play it yet?
I have not. I haven't had the time.
Pretty good collection.
That apparently sold out.
Yeah, I was looking. I pre-ordered on Amazon, and Amazon just canceled. They didn't even send an email or anything. I checked the day it was supposed to ship, and it just said nothing. Like,
so what do we got here? What's this?
Power Stone 1. I don't have that. G has Power Stone 1.
Okay.
And I don't have the Capcom Fighting Evolution. Danny Gunpla has that one.
Okay.
But I have all the other ones here.
Man, look at that. Power Stone 2. Oh, we played that. Street Fighter Alpha 3.
So I've been playing the collection. I haven't played Power Stone 2 yet. I've been waiting for you to go on it. I want to have 4 people playing that. But all the other games. The one that I was surprised how good it was Project Justice.
Even though you own it.
I own it, but it was just for some reason playing because these are all based on the arcade versions, not the actual console releases.
Yeah.
So they all look better, I think, and they're a lot smoother. But
I think the game I'm most excited to play, all of them, but revisiting Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Yeah, big roster. This is one of the last, I think, before the Switch 2 comes out, one of the last Switch 1 games I'm getting. So. Trailer time for some games coming out. One Switch game. I don't think it's Switch 2. But one Switch 2 game. This company, they make specifically co-op games. That's all they make. Every release is a game you gotta play with someone else, like couch co-op or online. So it's always a 2-player game. And I thought, okay, let me check this out. We'll talk about it after the trailer.
What story do you think we'll go through now?
Never played
Last
it,
one was
Takes
mine,
Two.
so probably one of yours.
Oh, that was a big hit. Yeah, this game came out earlier this year and got a lot of good.
It looks cool.
But I think that's Contra, obviously.
You know what? Watching this trailer, I can see us playing that game.
There's a short trailer, but it's a co-op game, so you got to play with someone else. You can't play it by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just all these different gameplays. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
To play that with especially if it has the game share feature. So if I buy it, then you can just play it with me.
Yep.
And I was thinking, you don't see a lot of good co-op games these days.
It's true.
It comes out launch day, so I don't think I'm going to get it right away.
That's a launch title.
Yeah, launch title. Here's one more. They just released a new trailer for the new Shinobi.
Yep. It's a buy.
And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a physical game, too. So. Now, do you have any history with Shinobi games? Sega.
On Sega? Yeah, Sega...
Genesis?
What's it called? What was it? Game Gear.
Oh, Game Gear?
Yeah, I played on a Game Gear. I dated a girl way back in the day who had a Game Gear. He had 2 games, and one of them was Shinobi.
Now, I didn't play a lot of Genesis growing up because Nintendo had Ninja Gaiden. It was always a series I was curious about. I just never played it.
This looks great.
Now, Sega, they did this with a lot of their older franchises. They're re-releasing these games. And the first one to come out is Shinobi. They announced a new Crazy Taxi, a new Jet Set Radio. But the new Shinobi comes out August 29th. Yeah, they're looking at a lot of their old games and re-releasing them. So that comes out August. But it's not on Switch 2, but I don't think it really matters.
No.
So this is launch title, one of the RPG launch titles for the Switch. I Am Setsuna, Square Enix.
Big fans of Square Enix.
Yeah, I liked this game when it came out. I said before, it reminded me of Chrono Trigger. It's obviously not as memorable as Chrono Trigger. It's not a lot of people talk about it. I don't know why. I remember the review saying it was very typical JRPG.
Whatever that means.
But here's the overworld, right? Just like Chrono Trigger, your little characters. It has a pretty interesting premise. You're just trying to take this girl, Setsuna. She's like a sacrifice for a village. So the whole point is just getting her to the sacrifice point. So it's an interesting concept. It's a very dramatic game.
Dramatic story.
Yeah, it's not like an uplifting RPG. Because you liked Sea of Stars.
Oh, I love Sea of Stars.
So I thought you would like you would like this game, I think. But it's like Chrono Trigger because you can do combo specials. Like you couldn't. Even has the X Strike, which is from Chrono Trigger. This was like very much like an old school. People want like Persona, where everything's like over the top.
Yeah, I don't want stuff like that. I want the throwback.
Yeah, you want which they've been doing a good job. They're gonna have Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes soon.
What is that?
I don't think there's a release date yet. But yeah, it's not like random encounters. You see the enemy, and then you run into them.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah. Even in the overworld, you don't have random encounters.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Which, I don't mind the random encounters in the overworld. When you're in like a dungeon or something, I like seeing the enemy. But yeah, they had this, they had Lost Sphere, and Oninaki. They're all very similar style games.
Do you own those games?
No. This is the only one I owned because it was a Switch launch title and it was digital only, so that I got it. Wanted on some sort of RPG. But yeah, you've played most of them. I haven't played the DS Zelda games. Spirit Tracks.
You've never played Spirit Tracks?
I played Phantom Hourglass. I never beat it, but I never played Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks is great.
I never owned it, so. The 3DS one, Link Between Worlds, I think is probably top 3 best Zelda games.
That game is... I've always loved Zelda, right?
Yeah.
I played it on the NES back in the day.
Like, some of the releases they were kind of hit or miss, I think. Like Twilight, like they had good moments,
yeah,
but not like complete experience. I thought was.
I always remembered as a kid, like looking at the booklet for Zelda 1 and seeing the artwork, like that drew me into the game.
Right.
And ever since then, I was always hooked. I mean, I never beat the games as a kid, but I always played it.
Yeah. I'm looking at this. It still looks good. 2017 game. It looks better than any of the new Pokemon games. This was, like, there were still open world games at the time, but I feel like a lot of games copied this game. A lot of games you're seeing now kind of really copied this open world Zelda formula. When the Switch first came out, they just called it the Zelda box. So that was, like, the only game people played for, like, a year before, like, Mario Odyssey came out.
Zelda box? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that is...
like a lot of these areas are like names of like other characters in Zelda lore.
Yeah, but it's always a different Link. It's not the same Link.
No, it's not.
Unless, like, I think Majora's Mask is the same as Ocarina of Time.
Zelda 1 and 2 are the
Okay.
same.
What was the first Zelda? Was that Minish Cap or something random like
No,
that?
the first Zelda is Skyward Sword.
Oh, okay.
That's like the
That's the
beginning.
first
And actually, I think the second one is Minish Cap.
I Am Setsuna.
I am
We
sincere.
were just playing that. 'Cause that was a Switch launch title, so.
IGN this week released their top 25 best JRPGs of all time.
I didn't look at the list. You did mention this.
Yep, I said don't look at it. We'll talk about it.
I did see the thumbnail, Final Fantasy X, so I do know at least that is on the list.
So Final Fantasy X is on the list. Would you like to guess the placement of Final Fantasy X?
Out of how many?
25.
I'm gonna say number 2.
Oh, Final Fantasy X is number 3. And this is the only Final Fantasy game on the
Right.
list.
That was the only thing I knew about this list. So that is that alone is just, first of all, Final Fantasy isn't number 1, and the only Final Fantasy is 10.
How do you feel about that?
It's just,
It's because of the laughing meme.
and okay, we get that Final Fantasy 7 is so like over talked about, but there's a reason why it's talked about so much. It
It's
set the
perfection.
standard. It set the standard for JRPGs, and for people to pretend like it didn't matter that much now.
What about Final Fantasy
Yeah, even 8 or even 6 on
8? Or even
Nintendo.
6? Our a good buddy G talked about Final Fantasy 1 through 10 should be on the top 25.
I mean, you could for JRPGs. I don't know. I feel like sometimes IGN, they try to just be like hipsters and just, well, we can't have Final Fantasy 7 because it's too popular. Like,
I
but
don't get it. I mean, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Final Fantasy 7 had a movie, Advent Children.
yeah, it's just like, and 10 out of all the Final Fantasies.
I don't get it. I think Cloud is the most popular Final Fantasy character.
Yeah,
Dare I say?
yeah. I mean,
I
so
think it's because of the laughing meme.
yeah, Titus laughing. It's a good game, but
10 is a good game.
for 25 other games and there's 24 other games and there's no Final Fantasy 7. So what do they have on here that's better?
All right. Well, should I go through the
Well,
all 25
all right.
or give you the
Is-
top 10?
Is Xenoblade Chronicles on the list?
Let's see here. 3 is on the list.
3 and not 1.
And not 1.
What number is 3?
3 is number 5.
I mean, I don't know what to say. All right, well, let's go from 25. I'm curious.
All right, 25.
Yeah,
Shin Tensei 3.
3
Yeah.
out of all of them. All right, whatever.
Breath of Fire 3.
Henry's a Breath of the Fire fan. I never play them.
Golden Sun, number 23.
All right, that's Nintendo's JRPG, so that's cool to see.
Ni no Kuni.
All right,
Wrath of the White Witch.
right, the PlayStation 3 game. I never played it, but
Lost Odyssey.
360 game.
Star Ocean, the second story.
Is that PlayStation? That's a Henry game for sure.
Bravely Default 2 is number 19.
That's the 3DS. Bravely Default, and there's no Final Fantasy 7.
This is Live Alive. That's at number 18. Tales of Vespera.
Okay, that's the 360 Tales game. Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
All right, here's one of my favorites. Kingdom Hearts 2, number 16.
I'm guessing that's the only Kingdom Hearts on the list.
And you are correct, sir.
So you're the bigger Kingdom Hearts fan. Is that the best one?
No, the first one's the best one. First one is amazing.
Yeah.
Grandia 2,
Okay, that's Dreamcast. That was a good one.
number 15. Here at number 14 is Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
That's Yakuza.
Xenogears.
All right, PlayStation. Yeah, that's a Henry game.
Number 12, Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door.
The GameCube one. That's a good one. But I did like N64 more.
Number 11, Octopath Traveler 2.
I didn't play 2. Did you play it?
I did not. I played 1, beat
Yeah.
it, loved it.
Played 1, but I never played 2.
All right, here we go. Top 10.
All right, I'm gonna guess what number 1 is, but
Okay.
you don't tell me if it's number 1.
Okay.
But my guess is Chrono Trigger. But let's continue with the list.
All right, number 10, The Legends of Heroes, Trails in the Sky.
Okay.
Number 9, Pokemon Gold and Silver.
I forgot about Pokemon.
It's a JRPG.
I think Gold. Not even heart gold. It's just regular
And
gold.
just gold and silver.
Because heart gold and soul silver are my favorites. All right, yeah, okay. I would put that higher, but
Number 8, Suikoden.
Suikoden
2.
They just re-released those on Switch.
Number 7. I was shocked when I saw this one. It was number 7. Earthbound.
Okay, I mean,
Played it, loved it.
now here's the thing. You love Earthbound.
I do.
Mother 3.
It's better than Earthbound.
There are a few games I've never cried playing a game, but Mother 3, I cried when I beat that game.
How'd you play Mother 3?
There's a fan translation, so you have to play an emulator.
Can you put that on my SNES Mini? All right, number 6, Dragon Quest 11.
That was the one on Switch. I would put that up there. Yeah.
Number 5 is the Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I would put 1. I would put 1 as number 2 or 3.
Would you put number 3 on this list?
On top 25, maybe, but it's good. I like it more than 2, but the first one was just revolution.
Number 4, Metaphor Refantanzo.
Yeah, it's a weird
guess
game. That just came out last year. Atlas, which reminds me of Persona. I know that's going to be number 1 to IGN, but let's keep going.
All right. Number 3, Final Fantasy X. All right, here we go. 2, Persona 5 Royale.
Persona 5 is a good game. I think it got a lot of younger people into JRPGs. So I think it deserves to be up in the top 5 at least.
And number 1, Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
You called it.
All right.
You called it.
If they didn't put Chrono Trigger on the list, that would have been...
So that was your top 25. I apologize for my mispronunciation on some of these games, but...
So it's good that they at least included 1 game per series.
Was there a game missing from this list that should have
There's
been top
some,
25?
like the Wii had Last Story. That game was awesome. That should have been on the list at least. Mother 3, but I get why it didn't come out to America, so that's probably why they didn't put it on there. No Mario RPG.
I think Mario RPG wasn't on there because it's a pretty short game.
Yeah, no Mario and Luigi series. Alright, thanks for listening to the Switch 2 podcast. As always, if you like what we're doing, leave us a comment. If there's something we can do better, let us know. Every week, stay tuned. I'm Keith.
I'm Brian.
Thanks for listening, everyone.